Honest question here, folks. Have you ever unfriended someone on Facebook? I know I have, and when I have, it's usually nothing personal with the person who I've unfriended. It's usually either one, I didn't really think we were that close friends, or two, I don't think we'd be keeping in touch anytime soon. Which leads to my next question. Have you ever found out that someone unfriended you on Facebook? Again, I know I have. And whenever I find out that someone who I had been previously friends with on Facebook has unfriended me, I usually don't take it that hard. I mean, sometimes it's someone who I thought was a true friend, but usually I'm over it within, I'd say, seconds. Which leads to my third and final question. Have you ever had someone explain to you on Facebook why they were unfriending you? Yeah, that sounds pretty weird. And I'll tell you right now, I've never done anything like that. No one's ever done that with me. But trust me, that has not stopped other people in the past. Like, for example, I was going through my Facebook feed back in October 2015, and someone decided to explain to a lady friend of mine who had just gotten married why he was unfriending her. Saying, quote, "Hey, I will be honest and say much of our friendship was around hoping to date you. But you are married now, and though we are still good people, there are slim odds of us crossing paths again. And if it happens, it will be good to see how each other is doing. I am happy for you and don't harbor any jealousy. Since we were not really strong friends, we really don't have much to talk about anymore. And chatting with married women is a bad habit unless any support given is given as friends. So I am going to unfriend you. Don't worry, you did not do anything wrong. Keep in mind you are still a beautiful and smart woman, and Manson should be proud of himself. Anyway, it has been fun knowing you. I wish there were more women out in the world like you. Never stop being the best you can be."
You serious?
I remember laughing really hard when I first read this. And I just thought, not just about how hilariously awkward that was, but just thinking about how differently he could have handled the situation. Because again, when you unfriend someone, it shouldn't be made such a big deal. So anyway, what I thought I'd talk about is 3 distinct ways you can appropriately unfriend someone on Facebook. So, first of all, just unfriend them. I mean, it's pretty simple. And I know what you're thinking as I say that.
Duh.
But just hear me out. Believe it or not, it's actually more rude to explain to someone, to them on their Facebook, why you're unfriending them rather than just unfriending them. Because it comes off as mean, and frankly, like, if you just unfriend someone, the odds of them noticing is not very high, and also, I'm speaking in my case, but usually when I find out that someone's unfriended me, I don't really care. Which leads to number 2. So if you really do want to explain to someone, which I highly recommend you don't explain to someone on Facebook why you're unfriending them, you just send a personal message. Because in this guy's case, this clearly was something between him and this girl. This was not between him and the public. This guy posted this very thought out but not very thought through post on her timeline, on the public for everyone to see. And I just thought, how embarrassing. Like, you do realize you're posting this to the public where everyone can see what you're putting on her timeline. So yeah, when you're unfriending someone and you feel so obliged to tell them why, make it between you guys, not between you and the public. And number 3. There's a better option than unfriending people on Facebook, believe it or not, that Facebook's come up with in just a little while back. It's called the unfollow option. Now, when you unfriend someone, it's true that you're not friends with them anymore, and you're not going to get any updates from them directly. But that doesn't mean that you won't get updates from, say, mutual friends of yours. You'll still get, their pictures, maybe their names mentioned in statuses, even if you've unfriended them. And that's why Facebook has come up with the unfollow option. That way, you may still technically be friends on Facebook, but you don't get any updates from them ever. Like, they don't even have to know that you're not following them anymore. And so, basically what I'm trying to say here is that, unfriending really shouldn't be a complicated ordeal, but for people like this who feel so obligated to explain why they're unfriending someone, you should listen to these tips because they are much more simpler and much less complicated.